Hey everybody, my name is Haley. If you don't know who I am, if you're not one of my friends or family members, um, and tonight I just wanted to make a video because I've been noticing a pretty big trend going on lately with friends and people on Facebook and seeing posts and talking to friends about issues that they're having with relationships and just all kinds of struggles. One of my friends is facing alcoholism and possibly having to go to jail, and it's like, it's really sad because a lot of the people that I know have grown a lot, and this girl that I'm talking about is one of them. And it's like you get comfortable with life, with sobriety, with depression. Like you sometimes feel so low and so just not you. And it can last a long time. And if you're somebody that's struggled with addiction, you know that you can escape reality for a short amount of time. Is it generally worse when you come back to reality? Yes, especially depending on your life choices. So, with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about depression. I want to talk a little bit about addiction. And I want to let people know that they're not alone. And I don't know how many people are going to see this. I don't know how many people care to watch it. Maybe you're not one of these people, and maybe you are. I just want to reach out to somebody, and even if it's just one person that can grasp this message and grow or be inspired or try something new to try to get out of this feeling, because we all know it sucks. We've all been there. We might be there now, and it's not just one of us. So if you're somebody watching this and you're like, yep, I feel like shit, I've been feeling like shit for weeks, months, whatever, you are not alone. If you are somebody that's struggling with addiction, with drinking, with drugs, with cocaine, heroin, crystal meth, you're not alone. Am I facing the same demons that maybe you are? No. But I could be. Um, we're all different. Our struggles are different. Even if we have the same struggle, the dynamics of the struggle are different. And the biggest thing is that when you're going through something that makes you feel like you're at your bottom, it's a dangerous place to be, for one. And for two, you feel so alone. And you don't necessarily want to talk about it because it's just so dark and it's just a place that you just don't want to even go to. Or maybe you do talk about it and you can't stop talking about it because you're reaching out for help, and like on the inside you're screaming, and on the outside you're just like, hey, like I'm going through some shit, bear with me, help me, whatever. So again, you're not alone. If you're somebody suffering from addiction, if you're trying to get clean and it's just not working for you, or it's just painful, but like you so badly want to change and you want to start making better choices, you are not alone. There are people out there that are going through the same exact thing. And being somebody who has struggled with depression, anxiety, PTSD, I was once told I was bipolar, but I think I was misdiagnosed. Addiction, I get all of it. I've been through all of it. And it's not an easy road. It doesn't matter. You could be watching this and you could be completely sober. Maybe you had some addiction issues in the past and you're like, yep, I went through that. You get through it. Eventually you don't want it anymore. And life's great. You're sober for 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years, and you're like, you know, I'm not an addict or an alcoholic anymore. I'm just gonna, do it once. No, it doesn't work like that. But again, you're not alone. There's so many people that have that same thinking because that's part of the addictive behavior. That's the devil getting inside your head and saying, it's okay, just do it once. No, it's not. And it's not going to be okay. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, you'll get through it eventually and it's not that bad. It is bad. And you don't want to face the negatives of that situation because I can tell you right now, my worst days sober is so much better than my best day high. No doubt about it. Like, when I use, I get really, really, really depressed. I detach from the world, which I have an issue with that anyways. And it just makes it so much worse. So, if you're one of those people that feel like you're not alone, again, you're not. There's many people out there that struggle with the same thing. And I want to help people. I want to do my part in reaching out and talking about it and having a voice for people that may be not able to speak up for whatever reason, or maybe you're just realizing like, oh, maybe I'm an addict because I've been doing A, B, and C. Well, if you ever need any advice, if you ever need somebody to talk to vent to whatever, I'm here. If you're depressed and you're like, I don't know you, but I really need somebody to talk to, and it's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm willing to totally be that person. Why? Because I've needed that person. And if you're in a situation, a really dangerous situation, and you don't have somebody to talk to, it can lead to really dark, scary things. And 2020 has been a bitch, and we've lost a lot of people, and we lost a close friend recently to suicide. So, it's real. Again, if you're feeling that way, you're not alone. I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I am going to suggest something because that does work for me personally. I started Thrive by Lavelle about a month and a half ago, and it has helped me actually come out of my darkness and my winter blues, or whatever you want to call it, and I'm really thankful for that. But I mean, life is life. You're always going to have issues. You're always going to have some sort of obstacle to get over, to climb. And, I'm actually climbing obstacles in my life right now, too. And may not be the same as yours. Maybe bigger, maybe smaller. But like I said, we are human. We all go through the same things for the most part. Some things are worse for others, but you're not alone. And that is the message that everybody needs to know. There's always somebody that's willing to talk to you, to give you advice, to sit on Zoom or whatever and do makeup together, or play, I don't know, just something random to keep your mind distracted and make you smile. I'll be that person. I need those people. I don't have friends. I don't trust people. I have a really, really hard time trusting people because of the past. Some of the people that I thought were some of my best friends turned out to be my worst enemies, and it's heartbreaking. And it also puts up a wall. And can that wall be overcome? Yeah. Does it take time? Yeah. And am I going to instantly let somebody in? No. I am willing to talk about personal things that go on in my life. And if anybody has any questions or, is seeking advice about anything, like I'm an open book. I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you what I've been through. And maybe I'll make a video soon about my entire story. But I just want everybody to know that, like I said, I personally am here. I know there's probably thousands of other people on YouTube that are willing to lend an ear or a shoulder or, any sort of help. And just don't be afraid to ask. Don't be shy. Also, people that are struggling in relationships, I have one thing that I have learned and that I have been so guilty of, and that is when you go into a relationship or a marriage, you think your husband or your wife is above you. They are number one priority, and you do everything you can for them. I've been one of those people for the past 6.5 years. And I just learned that the reasons why I personally have had the issues that I've had in my marriage is not anything to do with my wife, but it's me not putting myself first. Me not focusing on me, but focusing on her all the time, which, as the wife, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. But for a healthy relationship, that's not what you want to do. You need to focus on yourself, your self needs, your self wants, your self craves, whatever it is. You need to make sure that you're number one. And then comes your husband or your wife. Because if you're not number one in your eyes, how are you going to be number one in theirs? Like, you need to build yourself up. You need to be strong. You need to be happy. You need to be fulfilled. And that's never going to happen if you're looking out for somebody else and you're not reaching out for yourself or doing things for yourself that you need to do to either help you mentally or help your soul or help you physically. Like, you are you. You are number one. There is nobody like you. You're one of a kind. You're unique. We all are. There's nobody that's above anybody else. It doesn't matter about status, money, cars, houses. It doesn't, who gives a shit? It's all material. I would rather feel good on the inside than have $1 million house or a $15 million house with $1 million worth of cars outside. No, I can I have my soul fulfilled first? We can work on that after. But I need to know that I myself am happy before anything else. If that means taking time to myself to figure things out, that's what you gotta do. And if you work or you're a mom or a stay-at-home mom or whatever, like, I know it can be hard to focus on yourself when you have children or a job that you have to focus on, however many hours out of the week. But you need to set aside time for you, even if it's just an hour a day. Utilize that hour and make the most of it. You can do yoga, you can do mindful breathing, you can take a nap, you can go get your nails done, you can, whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. If money's an issue, I promise you there's something else that you can do that's going to make you just as happy. You just need to figure it out. Be creative and try something new. You never know. But it's cold. It's winter. Everybody is feeling really shitty. And you're not alone. So don't ever think you are. And like I said, if you need to reach out, if you need a hand to hold or a shoulder to cry on, don't be afraid. Like, I'm here. I don't do too much. I work and I'm home. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm here. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. So, on that note, everybody, I hope you have a great evening, and I will be back soon. And think about what I said, and just remember, you are a fucking rock star, and nobody comes above you. You're not alone. Have a good night.